Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be playing Purrfect Date. Now what is Purrfect Date, you may ask? Well, it's a dating sim about cats. So let's begin, shall we? I will pick this cat. Or this cat. Or this cat. Or this cat. Or this cat. I don't know. I like this guy. Let's call him. Actually, let's see what the random name is. Nah. None of these are good enough names. I want to call him John. Just John. Just John. Autosave. Aim. Angle. I have a notification. I'm not sure how long we've been sailing, but it feels like forever. I'm not feeling too well now, so it's a huge relief to hear the deck lad shout, "All on the boat, make yourself ready." I'm finally here. When I applied last month, I was just another broke student living off baked beans, and I didn't really think I had a chance of being accepted. Yep, here it is. The little black dot distance growing bigger by the second is the infamous Cat Island, the place I'll call home for the next few months. My heart momentarily skips a beat. What if there's been a mistake? What if they accepted someone else's application and accidentally sent the offer to me? I rummaged around in my bag until I found the papers. Dear John, we are pleased to be able to offer you the position of research assistant to Professor Purrfect. There's going to be so many puns. At our research facility on Cat Island, your position will be for an initial period of 8 weeks. Your contract will be sent separately. We look forward to working with you. Yours sincerely, Professor Purrfect, PhD, PSC, Hons, DPG. No mistake, that's my name right there in the top left-hand corner. John. And there's him in the bottom, the genius behind this whole operation. Professor Purrfect, science genius, aim a new bass. I look up from my papers to see dry land rapidly approaching before us. It seems to be surrounded by a huge barrier of impenetrable blackrock. We're gonna die. As we get closer, we're not slowing down, and I begin to worry that we're going to crash into it. We're gonna die. And at the very last moment, we take a sharp turn to the left, and suddenly we're sailing smoothly towards the jetty around just sharp turns. Nicely done, skipper. The ferryman comes out from behind the steering wheel, ignoring my attempts at this little bitch. I don't care about you. I just drove the boat. Take all your belongings. We won't be back for days, so don't leave nothing you'll need. Thank you. I smile weakly at the ferryman and his son to pick up my bags. Ready to disembark, we glide seamlessly up the wooden jetty, and the son leaps ashore to tie us off. He's greeted by a bulky man in a uniform, who I take to be a security officer of some kind. It's a bit hard because this microphone is like covering part of it. Maybe we should just move the window. Joe. Sir, caught you a mouse. And then he laughs loudly as though he said the funniest thing he's ever heard. It's very disconcerting. English is hard. The security guard remains surly and turns his attention to me. Let's be having you then. He holds out his large hand, which I assume is to offer to help me off the boat, but as I reach out to take it, he snatches it away, throwing me off balance so that I almost fall over the side. What a great start. ID card? Oh, I see, of course. I reach into my back pocket and hand over the laminated card I was given on the mainland. He barely looks at it before striding off, grunting over his shoulder. This way. I follow him down a dirt track path to get my first proper view of the island. It's beautiful, lush and green. I'm already under its spell. After no more than a couple of minutes trekking, we're in base camp, which consists of an assortment of tents and huts. Among them are two more solid-looking structures, one larger and one smaller. I presume these are the labs. The whole camp is moderate, but functional. It reminds me of an army outpost. I'm struck by the lack of people. In fact, there's no one around apart from an older woman sitting outside peeling a pile of potatoes. I smile and give her a little nod, but she just stares back at me. Okay. Miss Marigold. I try not to get paranoid. Here. He stopped at the largest of the tents, indicating that I should go inside. I feel rude just walking in, so I make my presence known first. Hello. A firm but friendly voice calls out, "Come!" I walk in and there he is, hunched over some documents. The great Professor Popper. Sir, it's an honor to meet you. Yes, you must be John. Come on in, dear. Glad to have you aboard. Good journey? Well, long. Yes, indeed, we're rather tucked away here. Let me offer you some refreshment. Water? Coffee? Something stronger perhaps? Whiskey? Just have water. Just some water would be great if you have some. That's something I have an abundance of. There are plenty of safe, natural springs around the island. We have the bottle kind too. I'm relieved as he passes me a bottle, not too keen to start drinking from natural water sources till I have personally checked that they're not used as cat urine. I gotta check myself. You know, there's cats everywhere, they're gonna piss in. Maybe. It will take you a while to find your way around and discover how it all works, so for today I thought we'd just get you kids out and maybe introduce you to some of the locals. The cats, that is. I believe you already met most of the human locals. Oh, I've only met the ferryman and the security guard who brought me here. Yes, that's about it. And the lady outside? Miss Marigold. Her and her husband are the caretakers. Wonderful couple. The Marigolds. You'll meet them before too long. We're a tidy little family here, John. And I'm sure you'll fit in nicely. Thank you, sir. I hope so. Okay, so first things first. This is your basic kit. He begins going through a pile of things in his desk, displaying each one of them into. This is your backpack. You can put everything in it. We'll be going through plenty of field trips. This will be very useful. As we go on water bottle. Some disinfectant hand spray. These are heavy-duty reinforced gloves, which are essential when tagging cats out in the wild. Don't want any scratches from feelings we don't know now, do we? I suppose not. I shove each item into my new backpack as he gives it to me. Likewise, these goggles are to be brought along on all field trips, he slot here. He indicates to a small pile of what looks like laundry. His basic uniform, lab coats, mask, stethoscope, etc. Portable first aid kit, camping knife with all tool attachments. Finally, and without doubt, most importantly, this! He holds up something that looks a lot like a mobile phone, except it clearly isn't one. This is your catalog. I told you. Puns. The puns in this game. Catalog? Yes, the name comes from its earliest version. It was initially designed to record and store data on the cats, scan them, learn and log their details, but as you can see, we've come a long way since then. Now you can use it to communicate with the rest of our team. I've added everyone's contact details for you. Listen to the music, take photos, there's even a pen that comes with it to insert microchips in the back of the cat's neck so we can keep track of them. It's a very valuable piece of equipment, John, and I need you to protect it above all else. Do you understand? He's looking at me directly in the eye, and he's clearly expressed a response. Yes, sir, of course, I will try. Good. You get to know all the functions as you go along, but for now I suggest we take a stroll out and see if we can't find a few friends to introduce you to, so that you can try it out. He hands me the gadget. I feel a bit nervous taking charge of it, but also really keen to have a go. Fuck everything up, and then he's gonna hate me forever. Not really. We head down to the beach, the professor explaining things as we go. The mixture of terrain and Cat Island is quite unique. Even in such a relatively small area, you'll find forests, mountains, jungle, beaches, woodland, and all of these different kinds of geological and ecological zones in one place. It is really gross, remarkable. It certainly is. Even the lack of wildlife in itself is quite remarkable. What do you mean, Professor? Well, put simply, there is a type of force field that surrounds the island, disallowing anything to enter. You mean literally? Absolutely no. birds, fish, or creatures of any kind can penetrate. Forgive my lack of intelligence on the subject, but we're here. The professor lets out a disconcertingly loud laugh. Ah, I see what you mean. Well, there is of course one small break in the invisible wall, and that is where we built the jetty. But let's not get too bogged down in all this right now. What you do need to know is basically the island is shaped like a peanut. He picked up a nearby stick and drew a simple map in the sand. This is our underworld, very well known to us. We've been researching here for many years. The other end is not so familiar to us. We've encountered difficulties that have hindered our progress in the region. What? See that? I just want to date fucking cats. I don't care about glitchy shit. I just want to date the fucking cats. Let's date me some pussy. What type of difficulties, Professor? Well, we're not as sure as we'd like to be, but what I can tell you is that the environment has adverse effects upon humans, inducing nausea at the very least, and at the worst, fainting, migraines, possible nerve damage. Gosh, that's serious. As I say, it's best to keep away, but let's not go into all that now, my dear. You've had a long day. For now, let's just say that we refer to the far end of the island as the danger zone, with good reason. I must ask you not to put yourself at risk by venturing beyond this mountain range here. He refers to the map once more, drawing a line just past the center and X through the intersection. There are wild, aggressive cats up there. I wouldn't want you getting too close to them. Unlike our lovely fellows closer to home. He has led me to a spot where a few cats are lounging about. What do you say we try out a catalog now, John? He stoops down and picks up one of the animals, a disgruntled looking cat who is sleeping under the shade of a palm tree. The cat lets out a displeased mew but doesn't struggle. Its large body billowing with long orange fur, it just sort of hangs in the professor's arm in a lazy resignation. Would you like to have a go at scanning this delightful chap? Is he British or something? I find the on switch and somewhat timidly activates it. The gadget immediately comes to artificial life, emitting a boo 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 sound with a red pulsing light. I select the app labeled cat scan and it loads instantly. There's no delay on this thing. The professor holds the cat towards me with arms outstretched. I'm sure he said the scanning chip is implanted in the back of the neck somewhere, but it's difficult to find it. This one's neck amidst the fur. I blow to make a parting and press the catalogue to its skin. But it's a bit like scanning groceries in the supermarket where I used to work. That should do it. And he plops the marmalade tom back into the shade. Sure enough, upon withdrawal, I find the cat has successfully been scanned. Meh. Fluffy. Name, Fluffy. Gender, Mali. Age, 10 years from birth. Breed, red tabby Persian. Eye color, red. Amazing! Clever, isn't it? A large part of your job here will be to tag and scan the cats, such as Mr. Fluffy here. But it looks like you have no problem at all in that area. Excellent work, John. Thank you, sir. I can't wait to get started. Well, why don't you get a bit more practice with the catalog and scan the rest of them while we're here? These five spend a lot of time together. They're like a little family. Aren't you? Oh, yes, you are. Professor seems to be a genuine cat lover like me. I think we're getting along great. Okay, here goes. No hope this time. The professor steps back. The first cat I approach is very friendly with beautiful calico markings. It comes towards me already purring. Meow. Name, Trixie, Jen, age 3 years, 8 months. Breed Calico American Short. Eye color, green. Next is an elegant, sleek, hairless cat sitting gracefully in the sun. She doesn't pay much attention and allows me to scan her with minutes. Snooty Booty. Name, Snooty Booty. Gender, female. Age 11 years, 1 month. Breed Sphinx. Eye color, blue. The fourth cat I approach is a noisy one. Meow 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 meow. Murphy. Male. 6 years. Brown crossbreed. Green eyes. I like him. Can I date that cat? He makes noise and I like it. And finally, the one I've deliberately put off until last. He's been skulking around the edges of the activity, eyeing me suspiciously, as though he could pounce at any moment. I laugh at myself, already projecting personalities onto this animals. Killers. Male. 3 years. White British long hair. Green eyes. All done. I hope you enjoyed meeting some of the locals. The professor lets out a little laugh. I have a feeling you'll get to know them quite well in time. It's probably enough for your first day, don't you think? It's quite a lot to take in. I am suddenly exhausted and grateful to be heading back to camp.